There are moments in life when everything becomes quiet. Not because the world stops, but because something deeper is about to begin. Moments when heaven chooses to speak. Not through thunder, not through power, but through whispers. Long ago, a young boy named Samuel was lying in the temple at night. The lamps were dim. The world was asleep. Then suddenly,
Samuel,
he woke up and ran to the priest.
You called me?
But no one had called him. Again the voice came, soft.
Samuel, Samuel.
And in that quiet moment, a boy realized something that would change his life forever. Heaven was speaking. But heaven does not always speak in comfort. Sometimes it speaks in the wilderness. A man named Moses was walking alone in the desert, surrounded by silence and endless sand. Then he saw something strange. A bush burning with fire. Yet it was not consumed. And from the flame came a voice.
Take off your sandals, for the place where you stand is holy ground.
One encounter turned a shepherd into a deliverer. And sometimes, heaven speaks when everything feels broken. A weary prophet named Elijah once hid in a cave, exhausted and afraid. First came the wind, violent and powerful. But God was not in the wind. Then came an earthquake, but God was not in the earthquake. Then came fire, but God was not in the fire. And after all the noise, there was silence, then a whisper. In that gentle whisper, Elijah realized something profound. Heaven does not always shout. Sometimes it simply whispers. Even in the New Testament, heaven spoke again. At the Jordan River, as Jesus came out of the water, the sky opened, and a voice from heaven said,
"This is my beloved Son, in whom I am well pleased."
For a moment, the invisible became audible. Heaven spoke. But perhaps the most important question is not whether heaven speaks. The real question is, are we listening? Because heaven still speaks today, not always through fire, not always through miracles, sometimes through stillness, sometimes through struggle, sometimes through the quiet voice inside the heart. In a world filled with noise and distractions, that quiet voice is often the easiest thing to miss. Many people wait for dramatic signs. Thunder, miracles, something undeniable. But more often, heaven speaks in quieter ways. Through a moment of stillness, through a whisper in the heart, through a gentle reminder to choose what is right. The stories of Samuel, Moses, Elijah, and Jesus remind us of something important. Heaven still speaks. The question is not whether God speaks. The question is, are we listening?